I'm pregnant again! This will be our 4th kid. I can't believe it! Can you? It's crazy!
Congrats.
Is that it? I know you're only my sister-in-law, but you could be a bit happier for us. Oh, sorry, I forgot that it's difficult for you to be happy for us since you can't get pregnant yourself.
I am happy for you, I promise. But wasn't Josh away with work?
Oh, he was, but he came back for a weekend last month. And we missed each other so much we might have got a bit carried away. We didn't sleep a lot that weekend.
Oh, really?
Is there something wrong? Just because you can't have children yourself doesn't mean you should judge women who can. Judgy people are the worst.
No one is judging you.
Well, that's all right then. Anyway, when people end up having loads of kids they don't even want, that's still a problem, isn't it? I really think my life is just as difficult as yours.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure your life is incredibly difficult.
I mean, I can't drink. I only just finished breastfeeding the last one, and I thought I could finally get my freedom back. And now I'm pregnant again! It's the worst.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah, I guess you really do understand, even if you don't have the same experience.
Actually, I mean, it's really sad for your baby. To have someone who only ever thinks about themselves as its mother. I feel sorry for it.
Are you trying to start something with me? As a woman who can't have children, I don't think you should be talking about things you don't understand.
Whether I can have children or not is irrelevant. I can still feel sorry for your unborn child.
It's totally relevant. Don't start forcing your infertile loser opinions on pregnant women like me. We have difficulties you couldn't even imagine.
Can you stop blatantly trying to use the fact that I can't have children against me? It's offensive.
I'm sorry. Should I refer to it some other way? Like unproductive or something?
I think you should just stop talking altogether. If you don't have anything useful to say, I'll go. I have better things to do.
Actually, the real reason I texted you is that I'm going out for a late lunch with my friends today. I'm bringing the kids round to yours now. Thanks in advance!
You must be joking. Why should I look after your kids?
You're their aunt, aren't you? They're much more comfortable with their family than they would be with some babysitter who's a complete stranger.
But why me? Isn't there anyone else in your family who can help you out?
No. Josh's mom fell getting out of the pool the other day and hurt her hip. She says she can't look after the kids for a while. She's completely useless.
Oh, right. I did hear that.
I can't believe this. I was letting her look after her beloved grandchildren every day. She should have been taking more care.
You're making her take care of them every day? What have you been doing? I thought you were a stay-at-home mom.
Well, someone has to help me with them. Josh refuses to get a nanny while I'm not working. And there's no space at the local playgroup. I can't just look after them all at home every day.
Why don't you get a job then? That way, Josh will have to think about getting a nanny.
Why would I? I don't need to get a job. Josh earns enough to see us by. And I'd be too tired to look after the kids at all if I had a job.
Then how about, instead of making your mother-in-law look after the kids every day, you only ask her when you really need it? Like when you have something on?
Look, you shouldn't be ordering people around when you don't even have any kids yourself. You don't know what you're talking about.
But Josh and Kevin's mom isn't that young anymore. I don't think she can manage 3 kids all day. And she's been on her own since their dad died. Kevin said it's been really difficult for her.
I'm sure she can at least help with her grandchildren. She probably shouldn't call herself a grandparent otherwise. She doesn't exactly have any other talents. And she's retired. She doesn't have anything better to do.
You're absolutely unbelievable! I've never met anyone as selfish as you are. Can't you understand the things people are putting up with because of you?
Yeah, I've heard it before. I might have a moment to listen to your lecture later. But it's almost time for me to meet my friends, so I'll put the kids in the car and see you in about 10 minutes, okay?
No, it's not okay. I still have work to do today.
You're working from home though, right? If you can't do it with the kids around, you can just do it tomorrow, can't you?
I have deadlines, Victoria. This work has to be finished by the end of the day today. It's supposed to be checked and sent out to the client tomorrow. Truly, I don't have time to watch your children.
Excuse me, but you have responsibilities to this family. If you can't produce children, you can at least help to look after the other family members' kids. I'll be there in just a second. And I won't be long, just an hour or so.
You have got to be kidding me.
Thanks, Natalie. You're a gem.
Kevin, are you there? Can you talk now? I'm just about to set off back to the office from one of the stores. What is it? I can text. Victoria just came round and dumped her 3 children here, and I really don't have time to look after them. I have a deadline on a lot of work that still needs to be done today. Are you serious? What's going on? That's what I want to know. She just started messaging me like,
I'm pregnant again. You have to look after my children. You're infertile, so that's your responsibility to the family.
She's out of her mind. She just drove up and unloaded them in the driveway and drove off again. She started saying that stuff to you again. Yes, and I really don't have time for any of this today. If she let me know in advance, I could probably move some things around and fit it in, but she didn't give me any notice. Yeah, I remember you saying today was your big deadline. Doesn't that report have to go to your client tomorrow or something? Yeah, I have to get it in by this afternoon, so the editor can check through it before it's submitted. I haven't finished writing yet, and I need to check all my references before I can send it in. I see. Can you hold on there for a few minutes? I'll message my boss and see if I can work from home for the rest of the day. I'm actually not that far from home right now, and I think I could be there soon. Are you sure? You're busy today as well, right? I don't want you to have to work late to make up for this. Perhaps I can talk to my boss about it. Maybe someone could take over from me on this? No, it's really fine. It would take ages for you to explain to the next person what you were doing, wouldn't it? And you can't miss your deadline. I don't have any more store visits today, and I have my work laptop with me. So everything else I need to do, I can just do from home. I can do it after dinner if I have to. Okay, if you really think so. We've got each other's back, right? I have times I can't help out as well, and you always deal with it. But if you're in a pinch now, I want to help if I can. Thanks, Kevin. But I don't want you to agree to this and then be working late into the night to make up for lost time. It's fine. We'll get everything sorted. I'll let my boss know I have to work from home. After that, my husband Kevin drove home and helped look after his brother's kids while we both worked. He's such a kind-hearted person. And I'm really thankful for his boss. She's always been so understanding whenever we have an emergency. My name is Natalie Brooks. I'm 35 years old. I work from home as a copywriter for online businesses. My husband, Kevin, is 1 year older than me and manages distribution for a local chain of hardware stores. We got married 3 years ago and started trying to start a family. But sadly, we haven't been able to have children, and we're currently trying infertility treatments. The woman constantly texting me to make fun of our situation is my sister-in-law, Victoria. She got married to Kevin's brother, Josh, a couple of years ago. They were already pregnant with their first son then, and since then, they've also had twin boys. At first, I thought she was amazing for bringing up 3 boys so close in age. I didn't realize she was leaving most of the childcare to our mother-in-law, Joan. Joan is a really loving and caring person, and she hadn't mentioned anything about the babysitting to me or my husband. But when Joan injured her hip, it became my job to help Victoria with her boys, which I was suddenly doing almost every single day. There were even days when she wouldn't come back and collect them until gone midnight. I never blamed the children, because they hadn't done anything wrong, so my husband, my mother-in-law, and I shared the responsibility of looking after them. But eventually it all became too much and we lost patience with the situation. That's when we decided to take action.
We're going on holiday to Hawaii! It's just a short break. Just 4 nights, so we'll be back next week. I'll bring the kids over later.
Who is this? I don't have this number.
Don't be ridiculous. How can you not know who this is? If that's supposed to be a joke, it's not funny, Natalie. I told you before. If you can't produce children for this family, you can at least look after mine. That's your responsibility to our family.
No, seriously. Who is this?
Are you still asleep or something? This is Victoria, your sister-in-law.
I'm sorry, I really don't know any Victoria. Maybe you've got the wrong number?
What? Have you hit your head or something? This is the same number you were using until last week.
Wait a second. Victoria? Are you sure you said Victoria? I don't know any, but I do know a guy called Victor. He's my husband's barber. Is that you, Victor? If you're not Victor, I think maybe you have the wrong number. Do you want to check it and try again?
What's going on? This is Natalie, isn't it? Kevin's wife, my sister-in-law.
Yes, I'm Natalie. Wait, could you be the Victoria? My ex-husband's sister-in-law, who used to annoy me all day long like a yappy little dog that wouldn't go away?
Excuse me? You can't compare me to a dog. How dare you be so rude? Wait, what do you mean, ex?
I mean, ex is in ex. No longer my husband. I'm getting a divorce. I'm not related to you by marriage or anything anymore.
Divorce? I don't understand.
Oh, you don't understand what a divorce is? It's when two people who are married decide that they don't want to be married anymore. So they separate.
I know what a divorce is. I don't understand why you're getting one, that's all.
Oh, that's what you meant. I don't think I have to explain myself to you. I mean, I have a lot of bad memories from that part of my life. A lot of traumatic things happened. I guess one of the consequences must be that I blanked you out. Sorry.
Oh, I see. That's a lie, isn't it? I don't believe you for a second. You're just saying ridiculous things to try and get out of looking after my children. I can't believe you'd stoop so low as to claim you're getting a divorce.
It's true. It was really annoying to have to look after your children all the time. I probably would have done almost anything to get out of it.
See? I knew you weren't really divorced. But you shouldn't tell lies like that. What are you going to do if they come true?
No, it's actually the truth. It's not final yet, but it's in progress. We're getting divorced.
But Kevin never said anything to us about it. And neither has his mom. He can't be keeping it from us.
I think I remember that both of them said they didn't want to have anything else to do with you. That's probably why you haven't heard about it.
That's a lie. Anyway, will you stop treating me like a complete stranger? It's difficult to talk to you like this.
You are a complete stranger to me now. How can I avoid talking to you like that?
Who's going to look after my kids while I'm away then?
How should I know? It's got nothing to do with me. Can't you take them along with you?
I can't. I only bought the tickets for James and me.
James?
Oh, I mean Josh. Stupid autocorrect.
Josh is back from overseas? I thought he was still away on business. That's great news! You can take everyone! A family trip to Hawaii. That sounds fun.
I can't take them. We're already at the airport and I haven't got tickets for the kids.
You're already at the airport? Where are the kids?
They're at your house. I left them playing in the driveway like I always do.
Are you serious?
Yeah, of course. I thought you were home. We wouldn't have any problems if you were home.
I don't live there anymore. Kevin doesn't even live there anymore. I don't know who does, but it could be an axe murderer for all you know. It's the middle of the summer and you've left them outside? Did you even leave them with something to drink? In the shade? How long ago did you leave them?
About 2 hours ago? I thought you'd notice and bring them in straight away. I didn't leave them anything to drink because you always give them something.
Oh no. What should we do? If I leave here now, it'll take me 2 hours to get there. I'll call the police. Someone should go there as soon as possible.
No, don't! If you call the police, Josh will know everything.
Josh will know everything about what? What's more important than making sure your kids are okay? I thought you were with him anyway.
What? Nothing. No, I'm with someone else right now.
You're with your boyfriend. The guy you're cheating on Josh with, you mean?
No, I'm with a friend. I'm not cheating.
It doesn't even matter who you're with or what you're doing. What's important is the safety of your children. Can't you understand that?
Wait, I can deal with this. I'll do something about it, so don't call the police, okay? I'll deal with it.
It's too late. I've already contacted the police. And I've told Kevin to get in touch with your husband as well.
You can't! I never asked you to do any of that.
The police are on their way to our old house. I'll set off now, so I'll be there soon. You should head back there now as well.
I can't leave now. It's almost time for us to get on the plane. If I leave now, we'll miss our holiday.
What's more important to you? Your kids or the stupid holiday?
I guess both are important.
God, Victoria. How can you say such a thing? Kevin says Josh is going to set off home as well. So I think you ought to be here when he arrives, don't you?
Wait! He can't come back now. This is all happening too fast. It would be awful if Josh turned up now. Seriously.
Why would it be so bad? Surely your children are the most important thing. I think that's how Josh feels.
Well, I don't know.
Is it because you're afraid that if he comes home right now, he'll find out you've been cheating instead of looking after his kids?
What are you saying? I haven't been cheating. How dare you accuse me of that?
Kevin's mom said she saw you coming out of the obstetrician's office with a younger guy the other day.
She must have made a mistake. She's getting old. Maybe her eyes are already getting bad.
Well, she showed me a picture she took and it looked a lot like you. You could clearly see your face, and the face of the guy you were with.
I have no idea what you're talking about. It can't be a picture of me. I have a very common face.
Is the baby his? You said Josh got you pregnant while he was home, but I feel like the dates just don't add up. Is that why this other guy was at your appointment?
No, of course not. He was just there as a friend.
Oh, so it was you then. And that guy is just a friend. Sure. You go to motels with your friend during the day as well.
Excuse me?
In the pictures, it looks kind of expensive for a motel. But I guess you can't meet him at your place because your neighbors would totally notice.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You're just making things up to amuse yourself now, aren't you?
I'm not making this up. Your husband asked us to hire a private detective to find out what you were up to. This is what we discovered.
What? You hired an investigator?
That's right. After Joan saw you at the obstetrician with this guy, she sent the photo to Josh, too.
That interfering old cow! This is a nightmare!
It seems like you've been meeting him since Josh went away on work. And like I said, that baby you're carrying right now. It's his, isn't it?
No, honestly. You're wrong about that. The kid is Josh's.
Then why did the investigator overhear you tell your boyfriend that
Josh can never find out that this child isn't his, okay?
You said you would keep it a secret.
That's totally out of context. I was imagining what I would do if the kid wasn't Josh's. We were pretending. The investigator must not have heard that part.
Oh, for God's sake, Victoria. Give it up already. You're a terrible liar. I don't know how you got away with this for so long.
Fine, it's true. But it's not my fault. I was so lonely. It's Josh's fault for always being away from home.
You can't use that as an excuse. You've betrayed the loving husband who has been working hard for you and your family for the last 6 months.
You can shut up. You're getting divorced, aren't you? What right do you have? You probably cheated on Kevin too, even if you are an ugly, infertile pig. You never deserved him anyway.
Oh, please. I'm not the kind of person to deceive my family like that. Unlike you.
Oh, there you go again, always so high and mighty. You can drop the holier-than-thou attitude, Natalie. You've always acted like you're better than me, but you aren't.
By the way, Victoria, I feel like you've been talking about yourself for hours. Have you forgotten about your children? Aren't you worried about them at all?
Of course I'm worried about them. Have you heard something?
The police just called me, actually. They found them still outside our old house in the garden. They might have heat exhaustion, so they've been taken to the hospital to get checked.
Oh no. What should I do?
They also said they were able to get in touch with Josh, and his mom is on her way to the hospital. I'm going to go straight there when I get into town.
What am I going to do? I can't believe everyone will know about this. They're going to be so mad when they know what I did.
You only reap what you sow, Victoria. I can only speak for myself, but I don't think Kevin has any interest in helping you either.
You can help me, can't you? You're not part of the family anymore. What do you care if I lied to them and cheated on Josh?
Do you have no shame? Don't you remember how much trouble you've caused me and how offensive you've always been to me? Also, you should know that they're all planning to block your number, if they haven't already done it. So don't even think about begging for help.
What? Kevin and Joan blocked me? So much for family.
And everyone has already moved away, so you probably couldn't even find them if you tried. But I'm sure Josh's lawyer will be in touch soon. Bye then. I hope you never see your children again. Oh, and I've already sent Josh all the information we got from the private detective, so don't try to lie to him anymore.
Wait, Natalie. You have to help me. Please, don't abandon me like this.
What, like you abandoned your own children outside some stranger's house? It's too late. You don't deserve any forgiveness. Get some perspective and think about what you've done to your kids.
Please, Natalie! The plane is about to leave. Can't you just make something up for me? Tell them it was all an honest mistake. What am I going to do? Natalie!
The 3 children were taken to hospital with slight heat exhaustion. They stayed overnight and were discharged the next day looking just fine. The woman who could go through all of that and still get on a plane to Hawaii and enjoy her holiday must be someone with absolutely no conscience. When she got off the plane home, her husband and mother-in-law were waiting at the airport. They started the divorce process almost straight away, I heard. And she was later arrested and taken into the local police station and charged with child endangerment. Josh was able to claim alimony in their divorce and got sole parental custody of their kids. Victoria is responsible for paying child support for the 3 of them until they turn 18. But now she has a 4th child to pay for. I expect she isn't in the best of circumstances. I never heard what happened between her and her boyfriend. I don't know if they're still together or if she moved back in with her parents or what. But that's really got nothing to do with me anymore. And I'm so not interested. She made her bed, so she can lie in it. Because of all the stress with Victoria, Kevin and I were separated for a while and we really were planning on getting a divorce. But after that whole thing died down, we decided to give it another shot. Actually, his mom convinced us both to try again. Kevin and I are living with her right now. It's nice to have her around. We make a really happy family. And we often help Josh with the boys. It's actually not such a headache when he always gives us enough notice and we don't feel like we have to. And the best news is that Kevin and I have finally had some success with the IVF. I'm expecting a little girl due next month. Right now, I'm just enjoying being pregnant and finally getting to experience what it's like to become a mother. I can't wait to meet my baby girl. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more content.